Namaskar friends, I welcome you to the digital media of Uday India. And today in India Things, I want to tell you about the silver linings in the US-India tariff war. As you know, President Donald Trump slapped India with some of the highest tariff rates imposed on any major US trading partner, saying his good personal ties with Prime Minister Narendra Modi did not affect his decision. And I will quote, "This is Liberation Day, a long-awaited moment. 2nd April 2025 will forever be remembered as the day American industry was reborn, the day America's destiny was reclaimed, and the day that we began to make America wealthy again. We are going to make it wealthy, good and wealthy." Unquote. Mr. Trump said on 2nd April 2025 in remarks from the Rose Garden at the White House as he announced the closely watched reciprocal tariffs on countries that impose levies on American goods. While this announcement has the potential to disrupt India's exports to the US and can shift market dynamics, but this announcement has some silver linings for India, which we'll discuss today. The recent announcement by US President Donald Trump imposing a 26% reciprocal tariff on Indian goods may appear to be a setback at first glance. Such trade barriers could initially pose challenges for Indian exporters, particularly sectors in the sectors of textiles, pharmaceuticals, and automotive components, which have a strong presence in US market. However, this development, rather than being purely negative, presents certain strategic opportunities for India that could lead to long-term economic resilience and growth. One of the primary advantages of India can derive from this situation is the push towards self-reliance and market diversification. The Modi government's Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative aims to reduce dependence on foreign markets and boost domestic manufacturing capabilities. The tariff hike serves as an impetus for Indian companies to explore alternative markets in Europe, Southeast Asia, and Africa. Diversification of export destinations not only mitigates risks associated with over-reliance on any single country, but also strengthens India's position in global trade negotiations. But moreover, the imposition of tariffs by US underscores the importance of bolstering India and domestic industries. Sectors like electronics, defense, and automobile manufacturing have already seen significant policy support from the Indian government. With increased tariffs on exports to the US, Indian firms may find it more economically viable to shift their focus to domestic consumption and intra-religion trade, and this could accelerate India's transition into self-sufficient manufacturing hub. That is what our Prime Minister says always, and that will align with the broader vision of the Make in India. And another silver lining of this tariff war is the opportunity for India to strengthen its ties with other major economies, particularly European Union, Japan, and Asian nations. So, given the current global sentiment of reducing over-dependence on China, many countries are looking for alternative suppliers, and India stands to benefit by negotiating favorable trade agreements and strengthening existing partnerships. India can position itself as a viable alternative manufacturing and supply chain hub. The India-European Union Free Trade Agreement, for instance, could gain momentum as a result of these new geopolitical shifts, further opening of avenues for Indian exporters also. And additionally, the tariff war can serve as a catalyst for Indian business to enhance competitiveness and efficiency. Facing higher trade barriers in the US, Indian exporters will be compelled to innovate, cut costs, and improve product quality to maintain their foothold in global markets. This will push Indian industries towards greater automation, technological adoption, and value addition, making them more globally competitive in long run. From a strategic standpoint, the US tariff move also presents an opportunity for India to renegotiate certain trade terms. While the tariff hike is a questionable reciprocal, India could leverage its growing economic and geopolitical significance to strike a more favorable trade deal with Washington. The US-India relationship extends beyond just trade and encompasses defense technology and strategic interest in the Indo-Pacific. A major diplomatic approach from New Delhi could also result in some concessions, such as targeted exemptions for critical industries, for enhanced market access in other sectors. It is also worth considering that trade wars often led to realignments in global supply chains. So, companies seeking to avoid excessive tariffs may look at setting up manufacturing bases in India rather than exporting from tariff-affected regions. So, this could again attract more foreign direct investment FDI into India's manufacturing sector, generating jobs and fostering economic growth. While the immediate impact of the US tariff hike may be challenging for certain industries in India, India has the opportunity to turn this adversity into an advantage. By leveraging policy initiatives, strengthening global partnerships, fostering innovation, and enhancing domestic industrial capabilities, India can emerge stronger from this trade conflict. Rather than being a setback, this movement could serve as a stepping stone for India's long-term economic transformation, ultimately reducing dependency on any single market and reinforcing its position as a global economic powerhouse. So we hope that Indian market, Indian business sector, they have the capability to handle the situation now. That's all for today. Stay tuned with Uday India and subscribe to Uday India. Thank you.